let's jump right into it. My name is Tyler, and as you could probably guess, I love video games. Growing up, I always loved to play Sonic the Hedgehog on my Sega Genesis that I got for Christmas in 1991. I would eventually get more games along with new consoles, such as Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, NBA Jam, Knuckles Chaotix on the Sega 32X, etc. So when I heard that the Sega Dreamcast was released in 1999, I was really excited to play the new console and buy Sonic Adventure, which was a game coming out for it soon. Enough with the chit-chat about my life for now, though, let's get to the real story. On January 11th, 2000, I finally brought home a Sega Dreamcast, and I was ecstatic. I couldn't wait to play Sonic Adventure, which I also bought with the console. I went up to my room, put my Dreamcast on my chest drawer, did all the mumbo jumbo I needed to make sure it worked properly, and put the Sonic Adventure disc in. I was having such a good time with the game. The 3D graphics, the smooth frame rate, everything was fantastic, well, besides the camera angles and such. However, let's fast forward to September 29th, 2000. For a couple of weeks leading up to that point, I had been listening to the Sonic Adventure soundtrack. I was so intrigued by it. It was one of my favorite video game soundtracks. So, I decided to put the Sonic Adventure disc into my CD player. However, when it started up, I was greeted with this audio clip.
This is a Dreamcast disc and is for use only on a Dreamcast unit. Playing this disc on a hi-fi or other audio equipment can cause serious damage to its speakers. Please stop this disc now.
This is a Dreamcast disc and is for use only on a Dreamcast unit. Playing this disc on a hi-fi or other audio equipment could cause serious damage to its speakers. Please stop this disc now. I was a little spooked by the monotone voice underneath the line. Please stop this disc now. I never heeded the warning though. After all, it was just a normal disc, right? But no, I was wrong. Very wrong. Dreamcast discs were GD-ROMs, not CD-ROMs. However, at the time, I was never aware of this. So, when I saw a list that read Track 01, Track 02, Track 03, etc., I selected the first track, Track 01. Suddenly, loud static blared out of my speakers. I went to shut down the CD player, but the screech came from the speakers that made me jump back. I tried again, but another loud screech prevented me from stopping the CD player. Eventually, I saw that the speakers began to leak mercury. It dripped onto my wooden chest drawer, and I could hear a sickening sizzling sound. I finally managed to turn off the CD player, but it was far too late. My speakers began to emit sparks from its wires as it eventually died out. I had unintentionally destroyed my speakers. Quickly, I grabbed a cup of water and doused the mercury in it. It took a while, but with the worn-away portion of my chest drawer and a few instances of my speakers letting out loud screeches before dying out, I finally got rid of the mercury. I put the Sonic Adventure disc that was in the CD player back into the Dreamcast so I could play the game and get my mind off of what just happened. Everything was pink, yellow, and green, among a myriad of other colors. All my save files were corrupted, so I, with a lot of frustrating lag, made a new one. The audio was loud static white noise and was almost something you could hear in a horror movie. The gameplay was absolutely catastrophic, and after about 20 minutes of near unbearable playtime, the Dreamcast finally gave me an error message with an image of Sonic, bloodied and bruised, looking at me, straight in the eyes. Your GDROM of Sonic Adventure has suffered massive damage. This could only have been caused if the GDROM was put into foreign hardware and Draco 1 was played. Don't play Draco 1. For more information, contact
No.
Sega at 1-800-USA-SCGA, 1-800-872-7342, or check the Sega Dreamcast manual for further instructions. I was absolutely speechless. My very own copy of Sonic Adventure destroyed. All because I played a single track on my CD player instead of my Dreamcast. I grabbed the disc and threw it on the ground before smashing it into a million pieces. 1AF *** king waste. I threw the damaged disc in the trash and muttered profanity under my breath. For the next 2 weeks after that, I kept waking up from a nightmare in which the mercury flowing from my speakers became knee-deep in my bedroom and that I had been standing right in it. I always woke up before I fell face first into the mercury, waking up drenched in my own sweat. I still love my Dreamcast, but I had learned a very painful lesson on what happens if you play Draco 1. With that being said, to anyone who is listening to this and owns a Dreamcast, if you put a Dreamcast disc into anything other than a Dreamcast, do not play Draco 1. If you play Draco 1, the consequences could be catastrophic.